Have you ever wondered what the real difference is between a brilliant idea and a brilliant business? It's usually not just the idea itself. It's the plan. It's the blueprint. Every single successful company, from that cool local coffee shop to a massive global tech company, is built on a solid blueprint. And today, we're going to dig into what that blueprint actually is.
So, what is this master plan, right? What's the secret sauce that guides how a company works, how it makes money, and how it grows? It's the one big question we've got to answer to understand how businesses really create value.
And the answer is the business model. Seriously, thinking of it as an architect's blueprint is the perfect way to look at it. It's the whole strategy laid out, showing how a company creates something valuable, gets it to the right people, and, captures value, how it makes money from all that effort.
Okay, so just like any good building, it all starts with a solid foundation. And in a business model, that foundation rests on two absolutely crucial pillars: knowing what you're offering and knowing exactly who you're offering it to. Get these two things right, and you're off to an amazing start.
So let's start with the absolute heart of the business model, the value proposition. This is the core reason a business even exists. It's the promise you're making to your customers. And this is so key. A value proposition isn't just about your product, it's about the problem you're solving. Take Airbnb, for example. Sure, their product is a place to stay, but their real value proposition? It's the chance to live like a local. See the difference? So, are you saving people time, making them feel more connected? That's your real value.
This is the question every single entrepreneur has to ask. Not just, what are we making, but what unique value are we actually creating for somebody else? It's such a simple question, but man, the answer changes everything.
Okay, so creating value is great, but it's kind of meaningless if you don't know who you're creating it for. And that brings us to the second pillar of our foundation, your customer segments. You just can't be everything to everyone. It never works. A really strong blueprint is super clear about the specific groups of people it's meant to serve. Are you targeting university students, small business owners, busy parents who don't have time to cook? Defining your who is every bit as important as defining your what. Just think about it for a second. When you have a crystal clear picture of who you're building this for, all your other decisions, from your marketing to your product design, they just get so much easier and so much more effective.
All right, so we've laid the foundation. It's solid. Now it's time to head down into the engine room. This is where we look at the financial stuff that powers this whole operation and keeps the business running.
This lays it out perfectly. You've got two sides of the same coin. On one side, you have revenue streams. That's the money coming in. Maybe it's a one-time sale, like buying a new pair of sneakers, or maybe it's a subscription, like Netflix. On the other side, you have the cost structure. That's all the money you have to spend to create and deliver all that value. A business that lasts has to make sure the money in is bigger than the money out. Simple as that. It's a pretty basic question, but it gets right to the core of whether a business can actually survive. Does the money you bring in from revenues cover everything you spend on costs? Answering that one question is the difference between a beautiful blueprint that stays on paper and one that becomes a real, thriving business. So, we've looked at the different pieces, the foundation and the engine room, but the real magic of a business model isn't in these separate parts, not at all. It's in how they all connect, how they click together and work as one complete system.
And this shows that logic perfectly. This isn't some random checklist, it's a chain reaction. You start by defining who you serve. That then tells you what value you need to offer them. That value proposition then helps you figure out how you're going to get paid. And that in turn defines what you need to spend to make it all happen. You see, each piece flows right into the next.
So please remember this. A business model is not a static document. It's a dynamic, interconnected system. If you change one part, like your customer segment, you'll probably have to change your value proposition too. If you switch up how you make money, your costs are almost definitely going to change. It's all connected.
All right, I want to leave you with a little challenge. The next time you buy a coffee, or use your favorite app, or walk into a store, just pause for a second. Try to look past what's right in front of you and see the blueprint underneath. Who are they serving? What problem are they solving? How are they making money, and what do you think their biggest costs are? Can you see its blueprint? Once you start looking, you'll see it everywhere.